the one thing that is very prevalent in Hollywood, like you mentioned that when you went out for that role, like every manner and every type was out for that particular role. But in talking to Black actresses in particular, how do you deal with the fact that if there is a role that's available, for a Black actress, that you will see everybody from you to Alfre Woodard to Gabrielle, like y'all will all be going for the same
Cicely
thing.
Tyson when she was
Cicely
here.
Tyson, right? Exactly. It was like
Everybody.
it would literally be everybody.
Everybody.
Do you feel like that's something that has gotten better, or is it still the same?
I think it probably has gotten better because there's more opportunities for us now. Back in the day, the reason we all would be at an audition for Girlfriends or for Community, because that was another where it was like everybody auditioned for Shirley, is because we never got good roles often. You know what I mean? It's like every 3 or 4 pilot seasons, would there be something that you'd really, really, oh, I'd love to get this. And so everybody would come out. And also, I think it's because they somehow think that we're a monolith. Like, we're not allowed as Black women. You're either the loose one, the like the nymphomaniac, come on everybody person, or you're the nun, the one that's prudish, right? And then that's it. You're one of those two things, right? You're the matronly prudish woman, or you're the hot one. This is what it used to be, right? And maybe it is still now. They're finding nuances because we have a Viola Davis and a Kerry Washington that we're allowed to do those roles and really make something rich on Scandal and How to Get Away with Murder. That started to shift things for us, but for the most part, we're the best friend. We're the voice of wisdom, right? And so if you're the voice of wisdom, you can be any age, because they think we're what they call it, magic, not our Black girl magic, but they call us magical Negroes. What was that thing?
Magical Negro, yeah.
Yeah. So you were the magical Negro. So even if you were 12, you were the sage. Let me tell you what I've learned in 7th grade. You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. So I think they just believe that we could be any of those things. They don't allow us to be quirky. They don't allow us to be studious. Like, there's certain nuances that white actresses are allowed to be that we aren't allowed to be. So they would just say, bring in the Black women. And we all would go because we also are all talented and know that we can make it what we need it to be. But yeah, come on now. Everybody.
I know, right? It just, I do think it is a little bit more nuanced now, but
Oh yeah.
I don't know if Hollywood deserves the credit for that necessarily. I think some of it is that more of us are more in charge,
You better
and we're
say
in
it.
different. Yeah, exactly.
Ava
Like
DuVernay, Lena,
Avery, right? Yeah, Lena. I mean,
Robin Thede,
there's
Issa Rae.
Robin Thede, Issa Rae. Like, there's many more of us in charge and able to make those decisions and
Right.
have complex characters. So I don't really give the system of Hollywood any
No, you're
credit for
right.
that at
You're
all.
right.
You've done TV, films, voiceovers, cartoons. Uh, a lot of actors sometimes get stuck and only want to do one thing. They feel like, oh, if I do film, I can't do TV. If I do TV,
Mhm.
I can't do this. Why were you never that way?
Because I'm Samuel L. Jackson. I literally always really do believe that uh you don't let anybody else define what is right for you. And the reason a lot of people didn't do voiceovers or television if they were film actors is because they thought that that was beneath them. Let's be real about what it is. There's certain people that think that doing game shows is beneath them or hosting game shows is beneath them. I don't have no ego. So ain't nothing beneath me. So, Yvette, you want to come be on this game show? I absolutely do. Absolutely. You want to host this show? Absolutely. You want to do one line on Family Guy? Absolutely. Because what people don't know is that one line on Family Guy pays the same as if I had done 50 lines on Family Guy. So I'm gonna go for 5 minutes and say this line and get my check and pay my mortgage for a month for that 15 minutes. And I don't care if somebody's like, well, I barely heard you. I don't care. They sent that check though. So I don't care about I think the secret to life, sis, is not thinking too highly of yourself. If you take that part, that ego part away, then the whole world opens up to you, because we spend so much time saying no to stuff because, oh, was anybody gonna think of me? And I don't know if I could. If it's a good thing and it don't hurt nobody and it don't hurt you and it's not outside of your boundaries, what's wrong with doing that line on that show? Even if it's a co-star, what's wrong with it? I don't see anything wrong with it. There's been things that you've seen me in where if you blink, you will miss me. Was that Yvette that just I did an episode of iCarly uncredited. I'm sitting in the art room. I ain't got no line. And don't nobody, if only way you know I'm there is if you look in the background and go, is that Yvette? Yes, it is. I don't care. Don't.
Your credits in terms of commercials, maybe as long as your acting, your overall like acting and film and TV credits, with Pine Sol, Big Lots, Target. Was
No,
Target
I never
one?
did Target.
You
Target
never
was
did
pretty
Target.
much
You just
Target.
love Target. That's all.
I love Target. Listen,
Yeah.
let me get closer to the mic. I love Target.
Before I ask the commercial question, have you figured out a way to go into Target and spend less than $200?
Never. There ain't no way to go into Target and spend less than
Okay.
$200.
Okay.
Only thing I can think of. Only thing I can think of is if you are blindfolded and have someone lead you to the aisle. I am looking for VHS tapes. They don't even make them no more. I'm looking for
No.
VHS tapes. Can you, kind gentleman at the door, can you lead me to VHS tapes and then to the checkout? That's the only way.
Yeah.
No, it's a $200 store.
When you did those commercials,
Mm.
did you get the products for free?
No.
What?
I just thought about it. No, you don't. Now, this is the thing. No. I'm going back in my Rolex. Anybody? No, I did like Aquapod, which was Arrowhead water. I never got a case of water. I never got any Hamburger Helper.
It's like they give you like 6 months worth, all the flavors and
No,
varieties.
you don't. No, they like you better take this residual check. You go and get whatever water you trying to get. Like I get more free stuff now as an actor because of a tweet than I ever did for actually doing a gig. And this is the thing. I don't even be trying to get free stuff. I just be talking about stuff I like. If I like it and I think it's great, I feel like everybody should know about it. Everybody. Now sometimes just the Cleveland in me be like, let me see what this gonna happen. Like I love Legos. Like right hand to God. I love them. Like I was about to be doing a Lego set while we're doing this podcast, but sometimes I get so focused I didn't want to, miss out on this moment. But I started tweeting about Legos just because I love them. And then I was like, but I do have a birthday coming and they got a warehouse. So let me just say, if you were thinking of perhaps cleaning out your warehouse, feel free. But I don't do that often. I don't tweet to get. I tweet to celebrate and to enjoy. And then, if something great comes from it, then God bless.